Okay, part 12 of fruits. Part 12. Part 12. Part 12. I think this is a flashback. I don't know if it's a flashback, but it might be a flashback. So, if you guys don't know what's going on with this, I suggest you watch the other parts of Fruits to get an idea of what the fuck is going on here. Basically, Yuri got kidnapped. So I don't know if this is a kind of like a flashback or like something happened before, but I don't know. Anyway, let us continue. Yuri and I sit in silence writing together. She decided it was a good idea for us to try and write a poem together, and I don't really care enough to fight back on this. She really wanted to do it, so why not? Her handwriting and mine are pretty much night and day, but how we're alternating makes it look surprisingly nice. You're a line I follow, rinse and repeat. We've also grown close since I joined the club a month ago. Ah, yes, this is kind of a flashback, I guess, then. But every so often I would glance over her to be greeted with a very bright smile. Something that the other girls noticed and kept giving me peremptory glances for. Apparently Yuri was never this, what's the word for it? Blissful? It's not a bad sight. It's nice to see a smile once in a while. You look pretty cheerful right there, Yuri. Do I? I guess today I'm just feeling very, very comfortable and relaxed. That's good. So, looks like we finished the poem. I don't think Monica and the others are done with theirs. Would you like to make tea with me? We do this, like, every day, but sure. Come on. Yuri grabs my hand and gently pulls me towards the door. Oh, no more glass pitcher waiting for its daily fill sitting on a bookshelf right next to it. I grab it before Yuri manages to get me out of the room. God, I love Fruits so much. I fucking love Fruits so much. I don't know why I never got to play it before. I just love it so much. Part 12. This is where continuing Yuri's route. Hopefully, I finish Yuri's route today. I'm doing a long stream today. I'm doing a long stream. This stream will definitely be 3+ hours. Just a bit of a warning. Walking the hall with Yuri, I noticed her movements are a lot different than normal. Normally, Yuri hinges of a slightly and looks hesitantly around as she goes. But her stance is straight and confident. She looks forward without any hesitation or timidness. Well, look at you. Where did all of your shyness go? Oh, you noticed. I'm putting on a front. Was it convincing? Actually, yeah. I'm glad. Well, good for you. What caused you to do it? I need a drink. Need a good drink of water. The other girls want me to try not confident around you. Confident around me? Oh my god. I just said that out loud. What's so bad about that? It's nothing. I kind of wanted to be more like one of the people you hang out with. What? Why the hell would you want me to do that? I thought that you would be more open and at home around me. Trust me, I do not be like the people I used to be around. They aren't people I want to be around anymore. And I don't want you to change who you are, Yuri. Really? Yes, even if you are extremely difficult to handle and talk to, I still enjoy the time we spent together. I mean, I could be in worse places or talking to other people. I appreciate that. A lot. Thank you, Bat. No problem. Let's follow that picture and get back already. I don't have all day, woman. Oh yes, woman! Right. Woman, am I right? That's a joke. That's a joke, by the way. I just want to say, Joke! We reach the usual water fountain and Yui starts to fill out the pitcher. I assume my normal position and lay against the wall and wait for her. You're not be the perfect girl, or the most socially eloquent or as assertive, but her shyness and gentle nature seem to kind of mellow out my callousness. Something I've held on to for a long time. It's one of my least favorite attributes about myself. Everyone I meet, no matter who they are, I immediately shut myself off from them and try to profile them. I try to categorize them like an object that has no purpose to me. I actually hated that trait that I picked up from her. She may have taught me everything I need to know, but maybe she taught me too much. I hate who I've become. I guess that's what sparked me to try and live a normal life. To try and become something else. And maybe you can help with that. Well, I mean, you're trying to live a normal life, but all this shit's happening. It's like you're still in contact with Ashley. You're still in contact with Julia. You're not in contact with Ashley anymore. She's dead. You're still in contact with Julia. You got all this shit going on here. And, this is a flashback because we all know that Yuri's kidnapped and, Bat is trying desperately to find her. So, yeah, we all know what the fuck's happening here. Of course, he doesn't because this is a flashback. Feeling a little away from setting a roll of me, I smile and wait to continue the club with her. Ah, yes. Leaning back against the cold cement wall, I look around the room and think about what I have planned. But the key I was able to get earlier, I can get myself out of the basement and possibly find a way out. I hope I find a way. With everything that has happened, I calmed down enough to form rational thoughts and think clearly. It's like godsend I was being able to control my breathing through this. It's just all just so scary. My eyes sting as tears begin to develop in them. But I brush them away just as quickly as they came. I have to remain strong. I can't get out of here from crying in the corner constantly. The noise above him quiet for a while. Maybe we should try to leave now. Standing up and keeping my balance from the sudden head rush I get, I walk up the stairs and get to scale them. Try my absolute best to stay light on my feet because I don't want these stairs to make any noise as I go up them and alert them. When I finally reach the door, I insert the key and turn the knob. Ooh, open. Closing the door quietly behind me, I make sure to lock it so it doesn't look suspicious to anyone walking by. I put the key back in my bra and start to quietly walk around the corridor. Just to the left step with a double door with fog glass. Yes, maybe I can get it from here. Quietly jogging at the door, I try to make anything out from the fog glass. I can't tell if that's a person or I'm sitting outside a tree. But if I open the door quietly enough, I can see where if it was a person. My heart now in my throat, I reach down and grip the handle of the door, deadly pressing a button to open it. Pulling the door toward me, nothing. It doesn't even budge. No, don't tell me this one's locked too. I kneel down to look at the handle and notice there's a slot for a key much bigger than the one I have. Cursing out my breath, I stand back up and walk down the hallway some more. I could go upstairs, but I don't think there would be a way out of the building up there. My best bet was to try to find the way out of here. If this is the front entrance, there should be a back entrance too. And since this looks like a building for education, there might also be a faculty door as well. But where can I find those? I walk back near the basement door and notice a dark hallway inconspicuously hidden near an old receptionist's desk. The materials of the floor changes as soon as I strut down the hallway. It goes from nicely maintained marble floor to dusty and slightly painted concrete floor. Kinda looks like someone ripped up carpet or tile and just left it the way it is. So maybe this was an old hallway that was in the middle of a renovation? Whatever it is, the darkness of it amplifies the atmospheric eeriness to a whole new level. It sends shivers down my back. The good thing, however, is that if anyone comes looking for me, this is a rare place to hide. To see from the start of the hallway to wherever the end is, you will need a flashlight. But even then, there's buckets and ladders I can hide behind. Continuing down the hallway, I accidentally kicked something heavy in metal. A loud crash and sound, but I think of screws and nails falling through the corridor. Yeah! I mean, looking around with my eyes, I dropped to my knees and leaned down for a second. My God, why did I do that? After an extremely tense minute of silence, I don't hear anything. It doesn't seem like I want to hear that. Oh, thank God. But I enter the ground in front of me and let myself recover. Feeling around, I confirmed that I knocked over a can of screws and nails. After getting to my feet, I carefully progressed through the dark hallway. At this point, not even the light from the start of the hallway else me see. I'm just going by instinct and intuition. Pushing the walls as they go, I feel around to make sure I don't hit or knock anything over again. Eventually, I don't feel the walls anymore since that I'm in an actual room now. The floor still feels the same as it did when I was going down the hallway, so I assumed this room was being renovated as well. I managed to find one of the walls reached as I crossed them until I come across the shelf. It feels bare aside from what feels like a cardboard tube here and there. But then my hands touches a blade straw that makes me recoil slightly. Blade? Carefully grabbing it and feeling around the outer of my hands, I recognize it as the box cutter. But the blade is so extended, so I withdraw it and the case tucked into the side of my pants. Alright, time to find that door. I knew something confidence well within me. I keep feeling around the room until I feel the hinges of the door. Yes! I find the handle and try to open the door. The knob turns, but the actual door doesn't budge. Damn it! Gently heating the door in frustration, I feel something wedged at the bottom of it. Kneeling down, I touch it with my fingers and it feels to be a rubber door wedge. Dad would use this with the garage all the time. That's what's keeping it from opening. Reaching down and grinning up on it, I try to pull the wedge out, but it doesn't move. Come on! I sit down, place my feet against the door, and try to use leverage. Oh, fuck. Pop! The wedge falls out, the sun leaves and forces me back onto my butt. Yes! I stand back up and dust myself off, even though I can't see, and try it all one more time. It opens and a gust of air flies into the room with me. Again, the room beyond the door is dark, but I can see a small lit up exit sign that points down the hallway. I venture down the hallway once more until a pair of hands. Oh, fuck. What do we have here? One of the hands wraps from my mouth and stops me from screaming. I try to shake and fight back as much as I can, but the person is just too strong. He runs me to the ground and presses my hand against the concrete. Now, how did you get out here? I knew I heard something earlier. However, the bosses don't know that I found you yet. I can still have my fun with you. A wave of nausea hits me like a truck when I realize what those words mean. I kick and shake as hard as I can to get free, but no, it's no real. I let go of my mouth and I immediately scream for help. God, you little bitch, you're gonna alert them! Something in my head really hard and stuns me. I can barely fight back anymore. I just put myself weak enough to go limp. The hell was that? Another man walks into me with a flashlight. My God, you idiot! What the hell are you doing? The boss is not supposed to go until we give him the fucking notice. The guy gets pulled off me and the flashlight hits directly into my face. What did you do to her? I had to knock her out. You're an idiot! Let me get back to the basement. Both men jumping at the cold concrete before the basement start to walk away. And what the hell did she even get out? James probably left the door locked like a dumbass again. He's probably playing us something else with the girl behind our backs. Like you just tried. You try something like that again, you're fucked. Alright, fine. Oh, my head. So close to getting out. But thank God the other guy showed up when he did. If not, my body sure would have thought, these people are sick and they all need to go to the hospital. I just want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. Calling back over to the corner of the basement where I rest, I lie my head against the wall and cry quietly. Shit, we almost got out. But the guy was like, no you! Where the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we? Where's Julia? We are goddamn Julia. So how do you think he'll do? He'll pass, I'm sure of it. Ashton looked out of the one window into a large field with the obstacle course set up. I lean my back against the glass, and Asher leans forward and rests her hands against the metal rail. That's good. You say that as if you think otherwise. I mean, there's always the chance you could fail. We've done this for a while. there was a chance we would fail too. He's taking the exact same examination that we did years ago. And from what I heard, the churches said he did very well. I hear too. He was the leader of his class. Something must have happened when we put him through an initial training that motivated him. I see. Well, nevertheless, I'm making that change was better. I've seen a lot of determination from him, and it kind of scares me. Scares you? I feel like he pushed himself too far one day, and that could be its downfall. Oh, I get it now. To be honest, Ash, I don't really know how to respond to that. I don't think he'd get to a point like that, but for God's sake, it is Bat we're talking about. The kid's been full of mystery since he came to our care. Exactly. His unpredictability will make him hard to control as an agent when he becomes one. That was poopy speech. Let me try that again. Exactly. His unpredictability will make him hard to control as an agent when he becomes one. When he becomes one. You know? That's why I'm going to be taking over as a division chief when he does. What? You're leaving the field? I have to. Bat won't leave someone you can control properly. Damn it, Ash. I don't think I would have heard that Ash would leave the field for division chief. Oh, yes, this is back in the day when Bat was training, yeah. She's a super hands-on woman, and not having her directly in operation will take some adjustment. And Admin's okay with that? They're hesitant, but his opponent so far only supports my case. I'm still not calling you ma'am. You don't even think about her. I bet you Bat will call you Mammy. Jesus Christ, Julia. I sure looks when disgust and I laugh. The way you said that was too sexual. You know I don't like to be called his mother. You basically are, though. Doesn't matter, I'm not a mother type of girl. Plus, he has a mother. She's dead, Ash. Still a mother. I'll always love and care for him like a mother would, but I have no place in the world trying to take over as a mother. They overused him to call you mom, do you remember? I do, I nearly broke down crying when you did. I've been meaning to ask you about that. One day a long time ago, Bat called Ashley mom a few times, and when he did, she just started crying. She never let me go out spoke about it. She just suddenly cried on the couch for a bit and then went back to normal. I don't know why, but it just made me feel weirdly emotional. Like I was happy but also very sad. I wanted to be his mom, but I can't. As I said before, that thing, that isn't my position to fill in this life as much as I would like. I should present the phone shields the face for me. Sorry, I gotta check with my friend. Asher looks onto the floor and shields her face from me. I wrap an arm around her and gently pat her shoulder. It's okay, I'll be his mommy. You can be my insane sister. And my friend says, what's up, by the way. My friend says, what's up, by the way. He is probably at work now. I shake shelter elbow into my ribcage with the speed of a lightning strike. Ah, you bitch! During my side, Ashley looks at me and sticks her tongue out. A green light appears over us and a loud buzzing noise rings out from the loudspeaker. Looks like he's starting. Finally! I come back to consciousness on a cold, concrete floor somewhere in the middle of a dark room. It's an all too familiar feeling that makes me feel sick to my stomach. Ugh. As I stand up, I rub my head to relieve the intense stinging that radiates from it. Damn, that hurts. Letting my eyes adjust to darkness, it looks like I'm in a completely empty room with a few white disposable buckets scattered around. I quickly pat my pocket and check my weapon, but it looks like all of it was stripped from me. Great. The door of the room sits across from me, and so is my way out. However, getting it open is going to be a problem. It's obviously locked and looks reinforced enough that kicking next to the knob won't do anything or make an unnecessary noise. Right now, I really don't need to draw any more attention to myself. Looking into each of the plastic buckets, I find nothing of use besides a few nuts, a bolt, a broken screw, and a lot of dust. Labels on the buckets have been scraped off, and now only leaves the white trace of adhesive behind. Maybe I can use one of these to my advantage. Inspecting the buckets, I found one that's cracked on the side. Perfect. Take both my hands by the bucket part, suddenly creating large jagged edges and cracks. Each time it cracks, it creates a lot of noise, so my eyes stay glued to the door. Finally breaking it down enough, I slam my left foot against the ground on top of the bucket, breaking it into manageable pieces. Scan through them, I find a good sized pieces that are sharp enough to use as a self-defense weapon. As I put the piece of plastic between a belt and pants with a makeshift sheath, I don't know how it starts to shake. Instantly, I quietly get to the west side of the door and hug the corner so anyone looking won't be able to see me. What is that nut? What the hell? Where'd he go? As he steps on a wrench around, I arms around his throat and get him into a chokehold. Ah! I pull him inside the room further and kick the back of his knees to tumble him. Once he drops to his knees, I lay down and continue to strangle him. As his eyes start to roll back into his eye, I give him room to breathe. Oh, what the fuck? I tighten my grip and something for one more time. Where's Yuri? I'm not telling you. You sure you want to do that? His eyes start to roll back into his head again and he begins to limp. But once again I allow him to breathe and come back to consciousness by strangling him more. I can do this for a long time. Monster. He tries to swing up and down me but misses. I'm going to ask one more time. Where is Yuri? I'm gonna kill. He goes silent, loses consciousness. You're just gonna be able to tell me to your buddies come to check on you. I'm not gonna stop him killing you. At least I grab the man and let him fall to the floor. Might as well leave him here. He won't be able to get out from the inside anyway. But let's take his keys. I'm gonna need them. I bend down and take his keys off of him and close the door behind me outside. Take a moment to look at the keys, find the correct one and lock the guy inside. The hallway I'm in is almost as dark as the room, but the small windows all let some moonlight. The floor looks as if it's been torn up and it's raw. Passable as a tile floor before? Whatever, the floor is my latest away concern. I need to find out where I am in a few years here. Going through the hallway, I reach a door that looks as if it was bolted shut. Looks like I'm not going through there. Next to the door is a moderately sized window. How far am I from the ground? Looking down from the window, there is a small drop, but enough to determine that I'm on the first floor of a building I'm on. Tapping on the window, it sounds like I could break it easily. The cling on the outside looks like it would make a good escape route. But it isn't like I could just punch a glass and break it enough to get out. That's not only going to make a lot of noise, but it's going to shred the hell out of my arm. I'm going to need something to cover my hand and form if I'm going to be breaking it. After a few minutes of searching for anything suitable, I found a small patch of felt fabric. I place it next to the window and keep going down the opposite end of the hallway. Pacing through the hallway, I reach another room that bends to my left. Ooh. Following it leads me to a lit up reception area. But shrugging myself to the area, I peek around the corner to look for any cameras. Doesn't look like there's any that I can see. Finally stepping into the area, I see an overturned desk and some papers thrown on the floor. I was a struggle, but who was involved or when this was are two things that are giving me a bad feeling. While moving towards the desk, I noticed there were small drops of blood splattered across the surface. It's still liquid, so it hasn't been here long enough for it to dry, but it does look as bright as fresh blood. There's no blood trail, so I can't tell whoever was hurt. But the papers have shoe prints on them, and they look around the same size as mine. If the papers were moved once this altercation, it looks as if they were headed upstairs. Down the hall to my right, there's a door with the light inside on. I don't see any clear shadows indicating I'm outside, so I move toward the door and place my ear against it. I hear what I think is the TV, but no movement or anything else in speaking. It's unlocked. Quickly stepping to the door, the room gives me off a homey vibe. The room has been repurposed to be more of a lounge, if anything. A carpet covers the floor with different designs and colors. A tan couch sits in the middle of the carpet with a TV on a stand, and the looks be some sinks, an oven, and cupboards. Kinda wanna see what happens here. How does all this end? I know there's gonna be two options. One bad ending and one good ending. That's basically what's gonna happen. I bet there's a bad ending and good ending for every route. There was a bad ending for Sayura's route, there was a bad ending for Natsuki's route. There's gonna be a bad ending for this route and Monika's route. This room is basically a kitchenette. In a void man sits the couch with the head cocked to the side. Approaching from beyond, I see that he's passed out while eating a bag of chips. There's no silverware or cutlery anywhere in here, so I retrieve the sharp blast from my belt. Getting close to something off on the couch, I lean down and wrap my arm around his throat, positioning the trap just in corner of peripheral vision. Hi, who are you? Tell me where you is. Who? The purple-haired girl you people abducted. Where is she? Her? I don't know, man. I press the sharp edge of the plastic against his neck. Listen here, you're gonna tell me where she is, and I will let you go unharmed. But if you make me repeat myself again, I won't bother thinking twice about making fillets out of you. Listen, dude, I really don't know where she is. You don't? Then what's with the overturned desk and blood out in the main hall outside, eh? He gulps himself to sweat. I don't know, man. I'm only here to make sure no one trespasses. Looks like you failed. But maybe you can redeem yourself by telling me what I want to know. I said I don't know what the girl is. Tell me where I am. What? I press a makeshift knife against his neck with more pressure now, just barely with break skin. We're in an old Stateville University building. And why are we here? It's easy to do what we do here. And that is? Just whatever we're asked, man. Sometimes we sell things for people, sometimes we distribute, sometimes we sell space for storage. So why exactly are you in the business right now of abducting 2 high school teens? That's something I know the boss knows. Who's your boss? I've only seen him a few times. I've never told me his name. So what you're telling me is you're useless to me? No! What else do you want to know? Please, I'll tell you anything. Just don't hurt me. Stop crying and man the fuck up. Where are your buddies? They don't hang around specific areas, so I have to move around. But the guys who are in charge of watching you two are probably still around here. As for exactly where, I have no idea. Interesting. How many of you are there? Too many to count. Not good enough. Give me an estimate. I don't know, like 30? One locked in a room. You guys are dead in the forest. Got 2 then. So I have quite the manpower here. Why is no one else in here with you? I don't know. You don't know anything, do you? I'm just usually in here. You guys have to do something a while ago. What were they doing? Are you sure you want to know? Why would I ask? They went to do something to that girl of yours. What were they going to do to her? That's because I'm tied around the six consciously. I don't know. Something secret I don't know. So goddamn useless is annoying. You can't even tell me where she is, so I have no use for you. Kill time! Yup. He goes really motionless and limp. As I do that, another set of arms around me pulls me back. How in the hell did you get out here? He pulls me back into the door into the hallway outside. Several other men and weight move after me arms. Oh shit. About 4 more than the one who just grabbed me. Damn it, this isn't good. I shove my elbow to the nearest one's temple, stumbling him back. 2 of them got me by my arms while I tried to dead weight and collapse their heads together. When their heads hit each other, I grabbed one of their legs and tried to throw it upward, but I grabbed him behind again. Placing my foot against one of the men's chests, I push her up with as much as I can muster. It stumbles him back, and the guy holding me on topples over, giving me a window to escape his grasp. But as I get up, I'm greeted with what feels like a steel-toed boot straight to my left temple. Ow! My vision all completely blurred and starts being in and out of it. I try to stand back up before feeling as the impact hits my face. Falling off my back, facing the ceiling, or in places the foot against my chest in case we pin to the ground. Looking at it, I noticed that a makeshift knife I had earlier isn't all its length for me. I reach over, grab it, and shove it into its calf. Yeah! The other attackers around me start recovering, and I manage to get out from under the foot that had pinned me. But it isn't long before they're all on top of me again. Well, shit. Earlier. Fucking earlier. So this is what happened earlier. When they took you back to the thing. Looking at the box cutter that's in my hands, I think about the other knives I have at home. They all have different uses and designs. They're performed differently and they're all beautiful. Even something as simple as this box cutter has some form of elegance to it. In fact, everything has elegance to it. You just need to find it. But then it really just comes down to one mindset. And I'm gonna be honest, my mindset is absolutely horrible. My thoughts eat at me, my insecurities swallow me, and even my own self-esteem deprecates me. It's living hell, and the only real way for me to relive it, to skill myself. Granted, it feels really good when I do, but I constantly know how dangerous it is. I could actually clip something and I'll be able to stop the bleeding. Especially in a situation like this. If I do manage to cut myself too deep, I can't really call 911 or abandon myself. Yep, Don't cut yourself, Yuri. That's the thing. Don't cut yourself or else you will die. And, that will have come here for nothing. That will have done everything for you for absolutely nothing. I just want to go back home. I just want to lie down in my bed and sit on my blanket forever. This is all just too much for me to really comprehend and handle. But I know I can't give up. Beth's trying as hard as to rescue me from all of this. Even got to the point where they were forcing him to do things that I know he's morally against. And then some of the men who kidnapped me told me that they managed to capture Beth. But I don't think that's true. I could just be allowed to panic even more. I just really hope he's okay. Taking a deep breath, pausing for a second, and breathing out, I try to calm myself down. I've been at the brink of tears for so long now, my eyes are genuinely starting to sting. Wiping away tears were formed, I look around the barren and cold basement and lead my head back to my corner once again. Some noises above me cause me to open my eyes. I'm dozed off a little bit there. It sounds like the guys above me are moving something. Which leaves me with a weird look and sick feeling in my stomach, but I try to ignore it and rest a little more. The stumbling above stops after a while. And then I hear the door unlock. 3 men stand in front of me and pull me up. Huh? Get off of me! I'll struggle and try to shake as hard as I can to get free, but their grip on me is too tight. Then I begin to pull me up the stairs, dragging my lower body against one stairs as they go. Get off of me! I flail around and manage to feel my left foot and immediately begin swinging it, kicking my ass in the ground. He drops my left foot, but all the men force me onto a wooden disc in the middle of the main hall. One holds me down by my shoulders, the other holds my legs down against the disc. The third, after covering my kick, reaches into his jacket. Help! Someone help me! The smack against my head shuts me up and makes everything go dizzy. What are they gonna do to me? After all, through the jacket, the third man pulls out a medical syringe and has some fluid in it. Oh my god. He walks over to my left arm and the man holds my shoulders, maneuvers my left wrist out. Please don't do this. He does uncaps the syringe. Please! He places it against my head and inserts it into me. No! A very little feeling starts tingling my arm and into my chest. I can't even bear to look at what he was doing to me. When I feel things leave my arm, some blood trickles from my wrist into the desk. All of the men let go of me and I roll into my side. The desk is to put my weight on one side and it topples over. My right shoulder and side break falls and my head doesn't hit the ground, but it rolls the impact enough to knock the wind out of me. How long until it takes effect? About 5 minutes. Depends on the girl's tolerance. It's kind of sad to see a young girl like her go through this. Yeah, but fuck it, I couldn't care less. I get paid for this. Damn straight. I roll onto my stomach for gas or air. My body tingles like it is falling asleep. Oh god, I don't like this feeling. I don't like it at all. Not only am I having trouble getting my wind back, but the warm feeling also keeps spreading across my body. So uncomfortable. Everything starts to get dark by visual tunnels. The tingling gets worse and worse. My hearing begins to muffle and fade into constant static. Someone help me, please. Okay. That kind of killed my computer. For a tiny bit. Is it gonna reset itself? I think so. I'm looking forward to the and look out the water. Ashley stands off to my left, pointing at the same lake as am I. She's been awfully quiet lately, and it's concerning me. It's been a long while since I was a maiden agent, and ever since then she acted completely different around me. It brings back an all too familiar feeling from the past. One that doesn't sit well in my stomach and makes me slightly nauseous. And it isn't like people that can really open up to Ashley about it either. I was trained to over any insecurity to the emotional feelings I have. No one needs to see that I have feelings. It makes me a more efficient agent. I do what I need to do, regardless of the circumstances of my own moral influence. But as a side effect, I feel like I'm going away from Ashley. We're finishing this today, by the way. I'm going to do this until I finish this route. We'll see if I have time for Monica's route, for starting Monica's route with this. But I don't know how long from this point. I don't know how long it is from this point. So, we'll just go. We'll see what happens. If I have time for Monica's route, I'll start Monica's route. If I don't, then I guess we'll save that for another stream. Either that or she has gone away from me. Yo, Mark LT, what's going on, dude? What's going on, Mark? Nevertheless, it makes me a little disheartened. I remain silent and let my thoughts tremble each other for a while. Occasional glare from the sun reflecting off the lake's surface catches my eye every so often. The quiet and peaceful atmosphere that surrounds us only makes it a little more awkward. That's good to you, Mark. I'm doing all well. I'm doing alright. Ashley's presence seems almost ominous, like it was only meant to make things more tense between us. But she ends up breaking the tension. Talk. What's going on in your head right now? Nothing. Why do you ask? You're absolutely quiet. It's annoying. Would you prefer I start screaming? Do it and you'll be thrown over the railing. It would be a refreshing change of pace considering neither of us were speaking at all for a while. Speaking of which, I decided to go for it. You haven't been as talkative either. What's going on in your head right now? She made a quiet for a second, looking back down into the water. To the reflection, I can tell she has a degree of sadness written across her face. It's nothing, just some thoughts came to me, that's all. Thoughts? That's what I said. Care to elaborate? No. She raised the voice slightly, but enough for me to determine that something continually bothering her. I guess I can relate. I've been quiet because some thoughts of mine are eating at me too. Eh? I exhale sharply and look up into the sky. Focusing on the clouds. I begin to explain with to Ashley. Ever since the examination, you acted oddly about me. Granted, I really shouldn't care that you are, but for some reason I do. And I couldn't bring myself to say anything early because everything that's happened to me over the years had definitely made me into someone I'm familiar with. I don't really know how to feel about it, to be honest. I see. Well, it's not like you blame me either. I was under training to become who you are now. So I guess I'm at fault for that. I'm sorry. She lost at the side and stopped talking. Don't apologize for that. You took in a kid who only wanted to die after that could cause you what's good and what's bad. You cared for that kid. You made sure he was getting an education and that it would train to become useful in life. You were always useful. You may not have noticed it until now, but you were. You were always useful to one somewhere, Bat. Here's just for a day. You will know what you do was right when your memory lingers. How have I always been useful? You gave me a new outlook on life. You gave me reason to kind of, I guess, care for someone like Julian myself. Actually, it's what hit me hard. And that's because for a while in my life, you gave me a chance and the opportunity. Yep. Listen though, Bat. I know you have a lot going on outside your mind. And considering when you came from and what you had to deal with your father, I understand it makes you think. And sometimes you feel as if you only cause problems and you don't know if the path you take is truly right. I remember our conversation that night. I don't know if we're killing anyone in this route. I don't know if I'm killing anyone in this route. Although a bad ending, if I choose the bad ending, then I think Yuri will possibly die if I choose the bad ending. I remember our conversation that night. I definitely opened up more than I should have. I shake my head in slight embarrassment and look back down into the lake. Well, it just assured me that you actually had feelings. I resent that. Can you blame me? You didn't give us fuck at all after we picked you up. You didn't react to anything, you barely even ate anything. And when you finally did show a trace of emotion, I was ecstatic. Yeah, I get it. Anyway, I know sometimes you feel like that, but I always remember what I taught you and what you feel is right. You have your training, but you also have your own judgment. Never get confused or forget the two, alright? Right. I appreciate it, Ashley. I scoot closer to her and pat her shoulder before turning and walking away. I know you just want the best for me. Hold on. I will be RB. Sorry, I had to do something for a bit. I know you just want the best for me. But I don't think you understand the true feeling through things I feel inside. all of the training you put me through, after what my instructors tested me with, you know, I've done during my short tenure destination. They all leave me with various tribulations, and they constantly battle with each other. And they're the source of my eternal war. And one day that war will end and one of them will win. That day scares me. My eyes open just before it doesn't do it. Ah! The intense sting of the joke caused my eyes to water, making the pain even worse. Rolling onto my side, vigorously rub both my eyes with my hands. Once I'm sure the majority of the dirt in my eyes have been removed and the pain subsides, I'll open my eyes once more. Everything is still in tunnel vision as I look around. I don't recognize where I am, but wasn't I just in my reception hall of that one building? I'm not even in the basement anymore. Hello? My voice echoes around the room, stalling me. Looks like an empty library of some sort. Struggling to get to my feet. Overwhelming dizziness washes over me. Oh no. I dropped my knees and vomit on the ground in front of me. Nothing but water comes up, but I feel like my stomach is trying to throw up actual food. It hurts so much. I slowly hate the feeling of throwing up. Urgh. After a few moments, my vision here clears slightly. I shake my head a few times, trying to get my wits about me again, but the dizziness still remains. It kind of feels like I'm moving through sand. After another few minutes, I feel a touch from my body get lighter, and I try to get back to my feet. Something metallic sticks on my chest. I reach into my shirt, checking to discover the basement key. Oh no, don't tell me that my... I still have it. Wait! And claiming those was out loud, I reached into the side of my pants and feel the box cutter still there. Yes! Breathfully yelling out, I cover my mouth with my hands for a second and then listen to anyone to approach. Nothing. Oh boy, yep. Oh wait. Alright, that's not gonna stop. I'm gonna have to get the recording. Grabbing a box cutter and holding it tightly in my hands, I walk towards the windows on the far side of the room. Looking outside, there was a bunch of trees that I recognized as part of the forest of the Gitcher town, and I'm still... My computer's still dying! Fucking why? I ended the recording. Okay, we're good. Looking outside, there are a bunch of trees I recognize as part of the forest of the Gitcher town. But as for where specifically I am, my mind isn't fully clear, so I can't think too much about it. Brushing my head against the window begins to fog up. I need to find a way out of here. If I can get down there, then I can try to find a police officer. And I really should be quick about it. I have no idea what those guys did to me. It feels very weird still. Lifting my foot off the window, I try to shake it once more. But of course, that feeling doesn't dissipate. I might as well try to find a way out of here. Turning around, I start heading towards the door. Gripping the box cutter tightly in my hand, I reach with my free hand to open the door and walk into the hallway outside. The hallway is darker than usual, so it has to be a bit later into the night. Looking to my right, I see a stairway and start to run towards it. Where do you think you're going, Yuri? Yeah. The man that first showed up in Bat's house when I got kidnapped walks around the corner. He stands in the middle of the hallway, blocking me from getting any closer to this. Yuri vomited because they gave her like some weird shot, a syringe with something in it. We don't know what it is, but they just injected something into her, and that caused her to go very dizzy. So when she stood up, she got very dizzy and threw up. And now we're, I don't know where, they put the whatever it is onto her for who knows what reason. We're in a new place and all of a sudden this guy is here. He's standing in the middle of the hallway, blocking me from getting in close to the stairs. I ask you a question. Get away from me. Not gonna happen, sweetie. You see, I've heard that you've been escaping your confines lately. And one of our basement keys has gone missing too. I don't suppose you would have any idea what went, would you? No. My hands start to shake and the pin in my stomach falls into a knot. I take a few steps backward to try and distance us. But to my dismay, he takes a few steps towards me. You sons become quite the handful for me. Normally I just get rid of things that cause problems for me. And you've been nothing but problems. The only reason why I have to let you live this long is because I need leverage against Bat. But now I don't think we need you anymore. No, please, I just want to go home. It's kind of sad to see you go like you suffer through this. You're actually really pretty, even when you have that terrified look on your face. Alas, I have to do what I have to do. I tried to run by his right side, but he catches me and grasps my arm with my hands. Get off of me! Sheriff, make this easy for me. He pulls my arm to help me fall into his arms. His arms wrap around my throat and his other hand pushes against my back. I can't breathe. Just stop moving and breathe out. It'll be much easier and less painful. Look, yeah. I'm gonna die if I don't do something. Giving my right hand, I realize I have to do something I don't want to do. I press a small black glove with the box cutter in my fist and extend the blade. Using the rest of my energy, I slam both my fists in the box cutter against the man's leg. He lets go of me and grasps onto his leg. I drop onto my knees and ask for air. What the hell? You stabbed me! That is twice now. That's having you fully since you fucking stabbed me in Bat's house. The blood starts to trickle down his pants, stinging the bread. I grip the blade again in my hand and try to stand back up on my feet. I swear to God, you little bitch, I'm gonna bring your neck and watch you die. I'm done playing games. Just let me leave. I just want to go home with Bat. Even if you do manage to leave, you won't be going on with him. Do you want to know why? There's something saying, oh, fuck, why? No, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. He ain't dead. He's not dead. He's just saying this to make you panic. He's not dead. Because he's dead. You're lying. Bat can't be dead. He feels the wrench to try to save you. He disregarded any logic to his own when he charged into the unknown. We overwhelmed him and I had the pleasure of putting a bullet in his head. My knees immediately strained to support my body. Not your cause of vomit still traveling in my throat. You look a little sick. What's the matter? Was me killing your boyfriend too much for you? Stop saying that. I can't be real. You have to be lying to me. Still don't believe me? Here. Pulls some metallic and tossed it on the ground. Oh my God. Smells of a pocket knife you bought a while ago. It's covered with dried blood. The dried blood is someone else's blood. That is, she's... What, are you gonna cry? Why would you do this to us? It all stems from motivation and root of everything. Money, of course. I was paid to do this. I want to just collapse and give up. There's no reason for me to keep trying to survive anymore. But I know that Bat would be disappointed to me if I let myself die here. He'll want me to survive this and get alive. I can try for him. Setting my breath, I raised the box against him, benched towards the man. You still gonna fight after all this? You dumb bitch, your boyfriend's dead, you aren't gonna get out of here. Just do it for me and let me kill you. Shut up! Sometimes I'm so wildly flashing my butt cut into him. Oh. Oh. I leaned to my hands and knees a moment again on the ground. My hands won't out shaking and set the blade box cover on the ground. I hurt someone. I didn't want to hurt anyone. The man gets back up off the ground from where he was laying. What? How are you so... He does something with his feet. He just look at me and starts to walk towards me again. No! I grabbed the box cover and went towards the stairwell. Trying to get down the stairs as fast as I can and whipping this monster paper steps down. But all that seems to be for nothing because I end up tripping over my own feet and crashing to the ground. Ah! Ow. I'm trying to pick myself off the ground, but there's almost no strength in my arms. Come on, Jimmy, get up. One after another, my arms comply and help pick me up. Finally, you need to get the doors on the main lobby. I need to get out of here. Dizziness hit me really hard like a very bad head rush. She's over here. Find that bitch and beat the hell out of her. Oh god. I try to clear my head again and keep going down the next flight of stairs. Stepping out of the stairwell into another open area, I don't recognize where I am. Is this a new area? No, it can't be. I swear I've been here before. Why is it that I can't understand where I am right now? I start to panic and run down the central corridor. Everything around me grows fuzzy. I can hear my heartbeat louder than anything else. At the end of the corridor, I see a black figure appear out of nowhere and try to grab me. I caught her! Get off of me, please! I caught her! Let go! I swing and bounce cut out the figure trying to get, but it disappears. Where'd it go? First I swear me, I let it to be someone trying to sneak up behind me. Turning around, Blanche Rock goes to the direction of the sound, but no one's there. What? She's hallucinating. When I reach the end, there's yet another dark hallway that calls out to me. I'll create another one of these. I guess the darkness will lead to for some people. And I feel slightly more comfortable being there than out here. My hands feel trembling as I start to enter the hallway. Dark hallway is oddly colder than the rest of the building so far. Keeping my arms close to me, I try to still my resolve. Maybe a little easier for me to say hidden, but still nerve-wracking. Come on, Yuri. You can do this. Step by step. Trying to encourage myself to keep going. I know the fear that weighs my legs and keep walking. Uh-oh. My mind's fuzzy again. I'm gonna lay in the wall for a second, try and rest. I rub my temples and only I realize I'm hearing something. Why is she even at the club? Wait a minute. That's Monica's voice. But why is she... Seriously, she barely participates in when we try to do group events. She has a mood breakdown. Huh? Exactly, Monica. She attacks my writing because she doesn't like it, but hers isn't even that good, and she pins it out like she's the queen of all literature or something. That's it. Come on, guys. Yuri's not that bad. She doesn't like it times, but she's still a member of the club. Not you too, Sayori. Goes, it's never meant to be that way. Hey, you think she'll, cut herself again? Probably, but who cares? Why would you say that? I look around and talk to the girls. Oh, look, it's her. Hi, Yuri. Ugh. Why are you being so mean? I never meant to be that way. No one likes you, Yuri. Seriously, stop trying to go with Bat because you think you're all smart and have a more mature body than us. You're not anything here is going to ever want you. You're not anything we have gone around here either. I think we should go. What do you mean? Their voices fell away very shortly after. My knees weakened and I was buckled over to the ground, holding one arm out against the wall I was falling. I sniffed my tears at the top of my cheeks. Yuri, how many times have I told you to stop being a weirdo? This is why your mother hates being around you. Father? You do weird things to get you weird outcomes. Look at where you are now. Dad, I can explain. No one likes you. Why do you still keep yourself around? All you do is make things worse for everyone. Stop. Look at yourself. You're dirty, bloody, drugged, hurt, and alone. Let's not forget, Bet's dead because of you. Stop it! I got into him and pulled my hair through the darkness. Do you remember how easy it was when you just stuck to the truth? You never cared about anyone. You just focused on yourself and you didn't need anyone else. Everything was perfect until you decided to ruin it all by joining the Ultra Club. And what do you know? You made them all hate you too. I said stop it! I tried to take a step forward, but buckled and crashed onto the floor. Please just leave me alone. I can't handle this. I know I'm saying the world. Oh, fuck. I hear you. Come out, wherever you are. My voice cut off from the way I came. The footsteps I got loudly across the walls. Damn it, I need to get going. I climbed back to my feet and quickly walked down the hallway. Keeping close on my feet and not stretched to detect anything in front of me and quick my pace. The footsteps speed, I could feel someone to my left. Someone grabs hold of my outstretched hand to yank me at it. I grabbed as a with my box cutter, but before I could think the person vanishes. But hesitating for another second, I keep moving down the hallway until I come to a turn. I pick up my pace a little more as I rush through a dark corridor. The end of the hallway is on that center corridor that leads to a stairwell. A man stands next to one of the windows on the right of the stairwell, looks down at his phone. I recognize him really. He was one of the guys who held me down at the desk. He tilts his head and jumps as he notices me. Hey, what the hell are you doing out here? He thrusts a charge towards me. Stay back! I held the box cutter, trying to show him that I will attack, but he keeps coming. Get over here! I began against the wall behind me, and when the man is within arm's length of me, I swing the box cutter at him. I barely made contact with his chest, but I felt the resistance that the ability tears with the skin. Urgh! He recalls me as my hands this way again. I see the blue cuts from the face before it. God damn it! That fucking stings! He still holds my hand, but I can't hold myself up anymore, and I begin sliding down the wall. He is holding me up by my arm as the rest of me dangles still to the ground in the daze. He shoves his fist right into the center of my gut, knocking the wind out of me, almost making me vomit right then and there. I dropped the bus cutter to the ground and gasped for air. This wouldn't have happened if you weren't such a crazy knife-wielding bitch. God. Trying desperately to catch my breath, I looked down at the floor and determined what I'm going to do. I quickly reached down and grabbed the box cutter as he raised another blood in my stomach. As soon as I have a good enough grip, I throw the box cutter upward, piercing directly into his stomach. Ah! He lets go of my hand and drops me to the ground. As he stumbles backward, I scrambled to crawl out of the corner and backed myself into. When I reached the window, I pushed him to the side and dashed toward the stairs. Come on, I can make it. I swore I saw two people on either side of me in the hall through the stairs, but I didn't pay them too much mind. Finally, getting to what I think is the bottom floor, I anchored to the side of the door. Using both my hands, I pull on the handle as hard as I can. The doors don't budge, but I keep trying over and over again. All of a sudden, I hear someone behind me. I turn my head and notice another man coming directly towards me. What are you doing here? These people just won't leave me alone. Overwhelming impulse in my blood makes me grip my box cutter tighter than before. Turning to my side, I slice my over and over again. He steps aside and dodges these my swings. You crazy? He shouts as he continuously backs him away from my assault. I'm not gonna let this guy stop freaking out here. I fight through the exhaustion in my lungs and keep slashing at him. He backs up to something which must have gone a guard before because he leaves his stomach open. Grudging loud, I slap my box gun directly into his stomach. I twist from side to side, finally pulling away. Blood drips off the box gun from his stomach. No. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I thought that was someone else. Why didn't I see you as before? I can barely find myself able to move. I'm frozen. You're alive? What the hell wouldn't I be? Well, except maybe went from the wound I just inflicted on him. They told me that you died. He does respond and only coughs. Finally stopping out the frozen days, I was in a rush out to the window beside him. My God, are you okay? I'm right as rain right now. I am so sorry. By troubling his reached my face and effort to cover and show my tears. What even happened? I don't know. I didn't see that was you. I saw you with someone else, one of the people who caused all of this. Huh? Wait a second. Let me see your eyes. What? I said, let me see your eyes. He raises his voice a little, which scares me into doing it. Once again, leaves something and looks me directly in the eyes. What's happened to you? Well, to be honest, I have no idea. I mean, I remember them possibly injecting me with something. Injecting? You mean like a syringe? Bat's breath shortens. Yeah, and ever since that I felt weird and feel like I'm hearing and seeing things. That would make some sense. You acted like I was a monster or something. You're okay? You're having some trouble breathing. Well, I have a pretty nasty gash in my stomach, so I think that's probably the reason why. Again, I'm so sorry. It's honestly, it's fine. I could tell you weren't fully there. Another glance down at Doc's stomach shows the profuse amount of blood he's losing. Sends me into a panic almost immediately. What do we do? Earlier. Oh. She's leaning back my hand and wiped the blood from my bottom lip. I'm out of breath and I'm running out of energy rapidly. I managed to fend off my attackers long enough to get away, but not unscathed. The sharp pain in my left side is most likely an indicator of a broken rib, and a warm dull pain shoots up my right leg. This was something sprained. Damn it, I was hoping to get away a lot sooner, but they just kept getting up. Leaning my back against the wall, I have my hand through my hair while I look down deeply. I need to find Yuri and get out of this hellhole. Situations like this aren't too stressful and difficult to manage on my own, but since Yuri's involved, I have to work for two basically. I can't just worry by myself and escape, which is why I can't give up. I have to keep going. Each inhale I take stings because of the broken rib, so I try my best to keep my breath gentle. Centering my stance, I'm to bring myself to start down the dark hallway once more. I hear yelling from other people around the building, no doubt looking for me. Keeping quiet, I skulk through the hallway until I reach a bend. The bend of view is off to my left and leads to a small door at the end. Opening the door reveals to be a small and skinny stairwell that leads up to the building. Probably faculty stairs? Either way, they're getting me out of the immediate area of my pursuers. Soaring up the stairs, I hear a scream off in the distance, but not in the specific direction where I can point it. It sounds like Yuri! Dashing up the stairs from that small stretch leads me across the back hall of the building. Ignore my leg, which is screaming at me to stop running. I continue to run down the hall. Reaching my upper hallways, I turn to notice someone standing in front of me. Hello, Bat. Well, long time no see. Are you liking your stay here? Well, you know, maybe a kink here or there that'll probably go on my review, but I'm not sure. Enough of the way you talk. You become more of a thorn on my side than I anticipated. You brought me here. What did you expect? I expected you to die quickly. You were wrong. I'm not going to be dying here, but I can't say the same for you. Alas, but you're a little too late for your dear friend. What? She kept fighting against us. We had no choice but to put her down like a dog. She behaving too belligerently, and she was a danger. He reaches into her pocket and pulls out a small metallic pocket knife. It's one that Yuri gave to me shortly after the festival. Covered in blood, which made the drop as soon as I noticed it. You see this? It's right here. He was a totem with the flick of his wrist. It's what killed your precious Yuri. So you have a pocket knife and managed to cut yourself on it. Big deal, that doesn't prove that Yuri's dead. At this point, I'm testing up my inner practice of my job. People's eyes tell you when they're lying. They behave specifically with their constantly knowing. And he exhibits some of these behaviors. You're just stalling now. Your tricks won't work on me. I know too much about you. Interesting. You do seem to know more than the average Joe. Would you be so honest to explain how? I have my ways. If you find someone that interests you, do research on them. Whether or not the research is sensitive to something you determine. At first, when I was paid, I didn't give two shits about you and what you were. But after a while, I found an interest, and I kept learning more and more about you. I decided to give my only goes on this tangent. So far, I'm thinking has me cornered. But no matter how much information he has on me, very little of it is actually about who I am and what I do. Not even the most talented private investigator would be able to uncover my origination. And that's part of the lore, per se, around me. Now, what I'm really curious about here is why you are here. I think it was evident. I'm here to get Yuri back. Okay, Captain Obvious, I'm talking about coming to this town. It's major. He scoffs and rubs his temples. I'm here to go to school, nothing more. What about your school, eh? It wasn't a general education school. Well, that's very obvious, because you look at you, you've done things that no other boy your age could do. But why'd you come here of all places to go to school? He raises his voice sharply as he finishes the sentence. And joined the literature club with only girls, no less. And? Do you not see the relation here? Humor me with it. You, a new, mysterious boy who has insane psych, physique, and logical intelligence pops up. Teenage girls are more inclined to gravitate towards you because they see you as a perfect individual. You're basically taking advantage of those four girls. Excuse me? I'm taking advantage of the girls? I've done nothing but do my best for them and try to make them happy to become their friend. And where did that get you? That's right, two of their friends are missing. One is dead and the other to have to be. They were sick and know that's what happened if you hadn't showed up. Sorry, fault you did this. His voice would be directly inside. Normally it would be usually upset, you know, something antagonizing me like this. But he's right. None of this would have happened if I had joined the lecture club. None of this would have happened if I ever came to this talent or something that I will have. A normal life. Damn it. My will to fight immediately weakens sometimes to my knees. What is this? Are you giving up already? Damn, I was wanting to badge you a bit more. I lowered my head to the ground and set the floor. The man walked over, folding the pocket knife in his hand. I guess the sheriff I would do defense to attack what you care for. But this time I was wanting to do that. You did all this yourself. He stopped directly in front of me and I convulsed over the blade at the top of my scalp. The shame all this had to happen. You didn't deserve to suffer for your existence. He raised the blade off my scalp, flooding with a window to strike. Balling my left hand into a fist, I throw my arm upward and impact directly into his groin. Purr! My body he bends over. Allow me a chance to wrap my arm around his chest and secure the blade. Next, I stab over the other feet and around his neck. Force myself to push through the pain in my leg and ribcage. I throw both myself and the man forward. My momentum allows me to slam him into the hard marble flooring. Sitting over and wait for a response. He remains motionless and stuck, remembering he has lost consciousness. She may not deserve it, but you do. I'm not going to let her down. I may have caused all of this and I will have to face my consequences afterward, but right now I need to get you to safety. And I swear to God I'll not let anyone stop me. Looking around to see if anyone else is here, I clear the room and head towards the stairwell. Each step downwards and shooting pain at my leg and into my back. When I reach the midway of the level, I take a second to stay my breathing. Damn, I forgot how much broken drip stings. During training, I ended up breaking one because I was sparring with someone much larger than I. My instructor decided that was a great idea. But then again, he always told us that if we can't work against a greater opponent, we won't get anyone in the field. As much as I hated him, he was right. Alright, I can go now. I stopped on the steps again, but he hears several people talking around the corner. Inching it as close as I can to each other to expose myself, I eavesdrop on the conversation. I'm not really sure what to think about that. It's like it matters. They have enough time to find me and to get through anything. Whatever, I just wait until I went to bed. I'm gonna need that $50. Yeah, anyway, have you heard anything about the boss about the two kids? Nope, I think you're still deciding what to do. Why don't we just kill him? That's what I said, but no, the boss won't smell alive for some reason. Pissed me off. For real, whatever that was, when we get paid, I don't care what we do. I guess. Come on, I need a cigarette. Both of the conversing men continue down the stairwell away from me. Interesting, so they aren't trying to kill Yuri and me just yet. But the team of the forest directly tried to kill me, so there has to be some degree of disorder in the group's leadership. Whereas beyond this is some ulterior motive for keeping us alive. but I'll be damned if I'm gonna hang around long enough to find out. Once their voices fade enough to render them a good distance away from me, I turned the small corner and head down the stairs too. I contemplate my next move to distract from the pain. I'm gonna need to put my handgun. Or any firearm, actually. I'm not reliable enough right now to get into another close quarters brawl. Stepping out onto the bottom floor, I turn to my left and head towards the lounge from earlier. I'm really hoping no one's there, because I have a hunch that's where my handgun is. Sneaking to the door, I flipped my ear against an lesson. Nothing. Perfect. Try the knob and luckily it opens. Idiots. I slide to the guy going quietly close behind me. The couch is, of course, empty, so they're taking care of the buddy. TV is off, and some glasses of various drinks are scattered about, and a half-eaten cheese pizza still on the box slicing table. Along one of the walls are a string of cabinets and shelves. Not hesitating for even a second, I sought to search through each of them. Magazines, a recipe book, spare plastic forks and spoons, various gloves and chargers, a dog collar, pencils. Just as I give out and searching through the various cupboards and drawers, I notice a small shelf near the door that's perfectly hidden when you come in. And when I see top edge, genuinely makes me smile. I grab hold of my handgun and slide the magazine out. No chain to munitions, and it's still a chamber. But my other magazine's not with it. It's a little disheartening, but nevertheless, I now have a much better chance against my enemies. Before I go, I walk over to a small side room with the kitchenette and turn on the faucet. Use my hands to the cup, I fill the water and drink it. After I get my water, I catch myself, I splash them on my face. The cooling water feels nice. I take this opportunity to let myself breathe freely for a moment. When you're in a constantly stressful situation, you forget that your breathing can be constantly labored. So, moments where you can actually breathe really help clear the mind and calm the nerves. I splash water on my face one last time before taking another drink. Dragging my hands off of my pants, I turn around and hold my handgun tightly in my grip. I walk toward the door, but stop when I hear something down the hall. Sounds like someone's running down the stairs. Cracking the door open slightly, I peek down the hallway just as the purple blur turns to go towards the front door. Wait a second, was that Yuri? Ugh! Yuri turned past me to immediately down the hallway towards the door. When I in the corner, Yuri started to open the main doors. Yuri, what are you doing here? She turns around and has a burning look in her eyes. She brandishes the blood, walks out in my direction, and barely gets an air to from her violent swing at me. What the hell? I dodge from my left and right, just nearly being the blade of the box cutter. You crazy? Damn it, I have to find some way to disarm her. If I can't move backward anymore, it just like blocks me. Behind me, through up to death from earlier. Damn it, that thing's gonna... Yuri throws the blade open into my abdomen. She twists the blade a few times from left to right before pulling the blade out. I didn't even climb myself up anymore. I collapse against the wall and slide down it. Blood stops just both from my abdomen, and I place my hands where the wound stops bleeding. Yuri. That? She immediately recalls over from me and looks at the box cutter. You're alive? What the hell wouldn't I be? I look up at the Yuri's shocked face. Why the hell does she look so surprised? She just tried to kill me. They told me that you died. I fought back the itch to cough, but fail. Oh my god, are you okay? I'm ready to swim right now. I keep pressing my stomach and apply pressure. I'm so sorry. Yuri reaches up, places her head in her hands, avoiding eye contact with me. What even happened? I don't know, I didn't see that with you. I saw you someone else, one of the people who caused all this. She didn't see me as me? What kind of sense does that make? Oh. Cover myself up, you know, you sock up with me again. Your eyes look strange. Wait a second. Let me see your eyes. What? I said, let me see your eyes! I was about slightly because of the pain, but I do my best not to react too much. What's happened to you? She reluctantly leans towards me. Your pupils are dilated hardcore. Oh, well, to be honest, I have no idea. I mean, I remember them forcibly injecting me with something. Injecting? You mean like a syringe? I catch myself about to cough again and want breath to keep myself from doing so. Once taking my throat to space, the pain and bleeding start to make it hard to get my breath. Yeah, ever since I felt weird and I feel like I'm hearing, seeing things. That would make some sense. I feel like I was a monster or something. You okay? You haven't trouble breathing. Well, I have a pretty nasty gash in my stomach, so I think that's probably the reason why. Again, I'm so sorry. It's honestly, it's fine. I can tell you one for you there. You're always on stops in my stomach just as a bead of blood trails between my fingers. It's like me so gasping to like panic. What do we do? Well, I need to stop bleeding before I keel over. How can we do that? Looking down, with my ship to expose the wound. And it doesn't look too deep, but nevertheless, I'm still bleeding at a concerning rate. And how long this will stop bleeding, it's going to be extremely detrimental to survival and escape. As soon as you see the wound, her face turns white. Listen, there's a small ledge just on the hall to our right. I saw a first aid kit in there early in the southern side of the room, near the bookshelf. Run there and grab it so we can put something on this. I point in the direction of the ledge near you silently. She gets up with the sauce to run. As soon as she is on my side, I hear a huge sigh to try and alleviate some of the pain. Oh my god, it hurts like a son of a bitch. I breathe in and out deeply to help stabilize my heart rate. An irregular and overworked heart rate can increase the amount of blood flow through your body. And then it's the opposite of what you want when you're bleeding. You want to mitigate the amount of blood that leaks out as much as possible, allowing how fast your blood pumps through your veins is a must. So until your returns, I'm gonna try and focus on my breathing. Yuri returns 3 minutes later with the first aid kit in her hands. I'm sorry it took so long. You're fine, Yuri. She hesitantly opens the red and white plastic case and searches through it. Found some gauze to take the thickest that is there. Right. Oh, this here also has a small bottle of rubbing alcohol. What percentage? What do you mean? It's isopropyl alcohol, right? Meant should be a percentage list somewhere there. 70%. Perfect. 70% isopropyl alcohol, often known as simple rubbing alcohol, is a very effective disinfectant antiseptic. However, any higher percentage would not disinfect as well as 70%, believe it or not. And of course, any lower would be as ineffective as the former. 70% is a good balance of water and alcohol. Yeah, sure. If you have too much water, yes. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna pour this road. Do you have the gauze ready? Yes. Press the gauze onto it and push to keep pressure on when I say it, alright? Right. She has the bottle of alcohol and I cap it. Breaking the plastic on the bottom right now, I'm mentally preparing myself for what's next. Exposing the full wound and start pouring the alcohol on it. Jesus Christ. I was feeling ready for a few seconds as my intense stinging shoots through my entire body. Fighting against my body, which simply please stop the pain and keep the station of alcohol contact. The blood starts to drip down my sense with the alcohol. After a few more seconds, I stopped pouring and practically dropped the bottle into the ground. Yuri fidgets and tries to keep composure. I can tell she isn't too comfortable with how much blood is involved. The pain finally decides to give me a sweet break and dies down. Making contact with Yuri enough for her to apply the gauze. The stunned sting of the gauze pressing against my open wound makes me jump a little, but I manage to get control over it immediately. But I'm not putting you too much pain with this, right? I can stop if you want me to. No, you're fine. This was bound to be the opposite of fun anyway. Grunting as I finished the last words of that sentence, I placed my hands on the gauze and let you take it away hers. How long until the bleeding stops? Hard to tell, it's all circumstantial. But if I had to guess, 10 minutes. 10 minutes? The gauze is getting me from bleeding out, and with the amount of alcohol poured onto it, the immediate risk of infection is not concerning. My body's gonna try and clot the wound for the bleeding, and while it does that, I shouldn't move. I see. I grunt again and lean back against the wall. Hand me one of the elastic bandages in the kit. I'm gonna nurse my abdomen so the gauze can stay in place. I'll do that for you. It's the least I can do right now to help, since she cuts herself off, gets to this point, I look off to the side. In response, I lift my shirt more and lean away from the wall. You grabs about the large roll of bandage and generally wraps it around my stomach. Her roll tension on the bandage, it's a little loose. Right. Yuri tightens the bandage, showing a considerable degree of comfort and security. Afterwards, she quickly runs her hands back to her side and looks away. I put my shirt down and cover the bandage. Thank you, Yuri. It's no problem. It's good to see you again. You don't know how happy I am to hear that. It's really good to see you too. This has been very stressful, but seeing you makes me feel a lot better. Yuri gently places her hand against her heart. Can't say I don't feel the same. How did you get here? I was ambushed in the forest. I managed to take one of them down, but the other ran. So I followed him and realized he was basically leading me somewhere. And I played along with this little game. I knew they was playing another ambush against me, so I let that happen. I knew that if he overwhelmed me, they would capture me and bring me here. And when I saw the same man a little earlier, he basically confirmed what these were. Did you tell him anything they wanted to know? Only a little. But this isn't the first time someone has tried to force information out of me. There are ways to kind of see coming and ways you can manipulate the circumstance. But I wasn't going to try and risk endangering your life any further. What do they want to know? I was afraid she was going to ask that. This isn't something I could tell you either, but Yuri deserves another reason she was involved in this bullshit. There's a lot I need to tell you. Yes, it's the next moment leads against the law, giving me a concerned but curious but concerned look. Sighing in preparation, I'll look into her until to explain. I tell her everything I told Monica about the club when this all started. Alright. I know I said that I go 4, 5, 6 hours, but it's almost 2:30 here. This is a pretty good stream. This was a pretty good turn stream. But yeah, that'll be it for me. For now. Tomorrow, I have something special planned. It's something that nobody has ever done before, I don't think. Nobody's ever done a live setting, by the way.